We could ask so many questions. How'd you get started? I know you said you got started back in September.
Yeah, so how I got started. I was working on my second master's in leadership studies, and the emphasis in nonprofits in the public sector. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to wait before I launched Change Today, Change Tomorrow because I didn't have my degree finished, but then I was like, that's stupid. What the hell? So I went ahead and started it, and it started with just myself and my son. He was one at the time. We were just fundraising, different like Facebook fundraisers, asking friends for money so they could donate. And I started a teacher fund. A lot of times people want to give school supplies to kids, which is cute and all, but like the teachers are the people who maintain the supplies. Yeah. So we rerouted our idea of giving school supplies out. And so we had a form on our website for teachers to go to. They fill the form out and we shipped them the supplies. So we did 40 classrooms last year, and then COVID happened before we were able to do it again. So that's kind of our first initiative. Then from there, I started building on, started doing HIV, AIDS awareness. We did our first event in December. From there, started our homeless outreach. I had a lot of food left over for my HIV event. So I took it downtown. I was like, okay, I can't not come back here. Like, I started conversations with these people. So from there, our homeless outreach started. So since December of last year, we've been out there downtown. We go outside of Wayside, Jackson, Jefferson. We go to the Thorntons on 1st and Broadway, and then we go to Salvation Army, those underpasses. And we do a hot meal, a cold meal, a snack, a bag of toiletries. And we just started partnering with this... hand to heart. I didn't mean to point at Tyler. We just started partnering with this other black woman, Talia. Can't remember her last name. Cookley, something like that. Mm-hmm. But she started a nonprofit called From Heart to Hand. Mm-hmm. Hand to Heart? Heart to Hand. Heart to Hand. That makes more sense. And it's mobile showers. So that started our homeless outreach. So then we started an actual board because then it was just me like making, my own decisions. I reached out to some individuals that I knew were heavily involved in the community. I had already worked with some of them in some capacity at U of L or just in passing doing other community things. And so we formed our board. We had our first meeting in December. Then from there, we identified our pillars, which are education, food justice, and public health, which is pretty much everything. We didn't want to put ourselves in a box because that, limits what we can do. And we want to be just a force for black people. We want to advance black people in any type of way. So that looks like the needs changing weekly. The people that we serve, the unhoused individuals that we serve, they don't always need socks, but if you weren't talking to them, you wouldn't know that. Yeah. So just having conversations, the needs of our community change every day. Yeah. We need to be able to, amend and modify with those changes because it doesn't make sense to be, okay, we do this one thing. Well, then we can't do other things. Yeah. Like, if we only did school supplies and then this COVID thing happens, then what, where does that leave us? Mm-hmm. So we didn't, put ourselves in a box. And we started doing more food justice outreach. We started doing youth engagement. We have quarterly youth events where it's youth-led, youth-organized. We have youth vendors. The entertainment is youth. The food is youth. Like, it's all about the kids. We do a lot. And then COVID happened. Mm-hmm. And when a lot of people went inside, we had to go outside because so many people went inside. Yeah. Right. Talk about our outreach completely elevated in a way that, not to say COVID is a good thing, because obviously it's awful, but for our organization in particular, when everyone had to go in, we don't have that person over us or that entity over us that says, you have to work from home. We are that entity. So we just continue to serve people.